I'm here today with Chad Whitfeld, owner operator of Crypto Renegades. My name's Sam Queen. I'm the CRO, Chief Revenue Officer over here at Sendblue. And Chad saw in his first webinar with Sendblue, 30% reply rate turned into a 55% reply rate when he integrated iMessage. Integrating iMessage in a space where crypto is a restricted class for A2P. So Chad's going to share with us his story about how he was actually shut down from sending green text messages with his A2P phone number, his quick transformation, never missing a beat when it comes to sending webinars with 1,500 registrants every single week, how he almost doubled his response rate, and then the continued results from there using Sendblue. Chad, thanks for coming to hang out with me today.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for thanks for having me on. That was a great introduction, man. My heart's lit. I'm not kidding you. My heart rate just went up thinking about the day I was perma shut down on A2P. I've forgotten about it, but it was very stressful. And I got shut down on a Thursday, and you called me like a Saturday 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Sunday, I was up live. Actually, the same day, I was up and live, warming my lines up Sunday, and then boom, back into it Thursday. Never missed a webinar. Just like, oh my gosh, man. That was crazy though. I remember you and I were on Zoom for like 2 days straight, getting everything,
It was
making sure I was
exciting.
good
It
to
was an
go.
exciting time. And you're not like a small user for us. I mean, we're talking 1,500 registrants per webinar. How many lines do you have with us?
I think like 15 or 20, something like that.
Yeah, tell us about the transition from like what maybe you're used to in Green Bubble world. We've enjoyed working with you because I call you a professional in this digital marketing space. What you're used to in Green Bubble world, and then how you kind of had to change things going into Blue Bubble world, and what you're really feeling and seeing from the results.
Yeah, for sure. Great question. So, I mean, I think I'm a little bit different in the sense of, a lot of people are probably in a place right now looking at going to iMessage to increase the response rate, increase authority, things of that nature. And obviously, you're going to get that. Right. There's no question about that. I got that as a benefit as well. But what really I was forced there by being a forbidden use case on A2P 10 DLC. And I learned a lot through that process because I honestly quite realized that a lot of people who thought that they were safe with their registration, I was fully verified and everything. And there's just, various keywords and use cases and things that you can and things you cannot say. Never really had a whole lot of confidence in my deliverability and my filtering. My carrier fees, like carriers back feeing me, was through the roof. And yeah, I just kind of just kept running with it until I couldn't. And then obviously hopped over to you guys, and it's been incredible. Now I don't have to worry about, saying specific words I can and can't say. We can say whatever we want. We can text as we want. And then, like I said, obviously showing up as a blue message. I mean, there's no question that it adds credibility, authority, and response rate.
Awesome. That was an awesome answer.
Yeah.
Love, I think I got really, really excited for you early on when you were able to use the word crypto again when you were
Yeah.
texting, and you were able to use the word Bitcoin again when you're texting people. Just something like that when you're trying to sell a crypto offer. That must have been so challenging on an A2P line.
It was tough, man. I mean, so we had originally gotten our lines temporarily suspended, and the only thing I could really tie it to was using the word crypto. And then, so I basically, advised my team to say it as least amount of times as humanly possible. But people want to people want to pay pay for our services in crypto. People want to use the word. They don't know, your end user doesn't know. They're just speaking freely. And that still was coming back and forth. And we eventually just got the axe from it. And honestly, man, there was a period of time where I didn't think there was a solution. And SMS is easily the number one revenue driver of customer touch point for us by far and large. It was definitely life saving getting back up and running.
Yeah, a toll-free number, people they find themselves backed into the corner there in A2P space, or a short code. If you can get a short code, they're a little bit harder, I think, than toll-free numbers to get. But Blue
Yeah.
Bubble's a little different. You guys send videos as reminders to people that register, right?
Yeah, we do reminders, we do gifts, and what's cool is we know that they come through as proper quality. right? We had at one point or another tried sending a video through our 10 DLC phone number, and it would come in so small, so grainy, you couldn't even tell what it was. And so we do all kinds of fun stuff, man. When somebody joins our program, they get a welcome video, a selfie welcome video from my business partner, other founder of the company, and just welcoming them aboard, congratulating them. And we always, follow up 2 weeks later with another selfie video. Let's see how they're doing in the program, check in with them. And, it's just that kind of extra touch point that you can add in, especially if you're in the high tech ticket service, where try and break down any potential layers of anything like buyer's remorse or anything like that. You can add in those touch points. And then additionally, what we do is we add in a funny GIF. I know you've seen it. It's like, don't be ghosting me now after, maybe somebody doesn't reply to the initial outreach or what have you, and tracking that. And just, it's really helped us a ton warm people up in the right way for our webinars and working with us. So
Nice, man. Nice. We got you live really, really fast. We've been working together, I believe, now for 3 months.
4 months. Yeah.
4 months.
Mm-hmm.
What was the support like when you onboarded, and what has the support been like since?
Yeah, I was blown away at how simple it was. I think I was a little nervous because, I was essentially sending everything just from one phone number, my 10 DLC phone number. It was just one line, right? And then not really knowing how all this worked. And I hear, oh, you're going to need 15 lines and probably ramp you up to 20 lines. And I'm like, holy cow, 20 lines. How is that going to work? And so I was a little nervous. But I mean, I was blown away with your integration. You essentially just log in, click a button, and it snapshots, and you're just basically done and ready, set up, ready to rock and roll. I mean, and then on top of that, yeah, I mean, just you guys are, I don't know, kind of like my friends in a weird, it's fun. We kind of like shoot around in the chat in the Slack channel. I remember one time I had switched some messaging on my initial outreach message to my registrations, and I said, hey man, my reply rates have tanked. Like, it's something, are you seeing anything on your end? And you went and noticed that I changed my messaging. You're like, go back to the other. You were doing great. You shouldn't have changed it. I'm like, okay, cool. So I went back, and sure enough, my reply rates went right back up. Yeah, it's been great, man. It's been super, super easy. And on top of that, I mean, just a side note, I'm not kidding you when I say every single day I see somebody in the GHL group posting about not being able to get approved for A2P. And they're not in forbidden use cases, right? They're all good. There's no gray hat offer or area or anything every single day. And if you send at volume, the price difference is not very much. I was paying, yeah, if you're sending in volume on Twilio and you're getting carrier fees and stuff like that, like you're already spending a significant portion on your volume and your SMS, but you're being painted into a box and just all kinds of crap. That's so much better not to even have to worry about.
Sure. Yeah, we're free premium actions with Go High Level now too. I think you had to pay for them at the beginning of your relationship with us, but now you don't.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I don't know if you knew that. Yeah.
That's good to know.
We have a partnership with them. It used to cost you like a penny every time you sent a message, but now it's
that's good to know. It's good to know.
Amazing. You checked out competitors. I don't call them that. Why'd you land on Sendblue? Why are you sticking with us?
Well, you guys were definitely the first to implement. That's by far and large. As of recently, you've seen a handful of other competitors pop up here and there. They've been working at it for obviously quite a while, and they've been a little behind the 8 ball as far as implementation. But it was easy for me not to make the switch for reliability purposes. Right. If my SMS goes down and I'm in the middle of a campaign for a webinar, that costs my business serious revenue. And so, yeah, it's just reliability. It's been easy to work with.
Love it. Chad, this was cool. Someone's sitting on the fence right now about Sendblue. They're thinking that we love webinar use cases, dude. We love the webinar use case because what you shared with us, the 30 to 55%, we're seeing that on every single person's webinar.
Mm-hmm.
Like a half dozen of them. Every single person's one. Someone's sitting on the fence about using iMessage for their webinar reminder campaign, their show up campaign, their sales campaign. What would you say to them?
Yeah, I think the only way you would is because of potential costs. There's really no other reason why you would not switch over, right? So so that's the only thing I can personally think of. And if that's the case, I mean, everybody's papaw always said, "Don't trip over pennies to make dollars," right?
You sell a high, if you sell a high ticket item, the math's out. I mean, that's who we're priced for.
Yeah,
We're a ticket person.
yeah, yeah,
Cool,
yeah.
man. Thank you so much. If you're watching this right now, I don't know where you're watching this. Thank you so much for watching this far. Once again, Chad, restricted A2P space, crypto offer, can't get approved, sending webinar blast reminders, almost doubling his show up rate. We shoot the shit with each other. That's what he wanted to say. We shoot the shit with each other. We've got a really good relationship. We have fun inside of Slack where we support all of our clients over at Sendblue. If you're watching this right now, you're sitting on the fence, get in touch with us. Let us help show you exactly how we're going to integrate iMessage into your process so you can see the ROI. You can see how that blue bubble is actually going to make your business more money. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Take care, y'all.